Everyone, my name is Troy Tolson and I am back with another origami tutorial. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you how to make this really cool origami spinning windows. As you can probably tell, this is a modular origami, which means not made with one paper. And this model isn't relatively that hard, but when you put it together, it'll be really hard to assemble it and to get this shape. And this is made by 12 separate pieces of paper. Technically it's 6 because you combine the 2 pieces. But yeah. Now, the reason why this is called the spinning windows is because if you put it between your 2 hands like this, and then you blow, it spins. I mean, I can't really spin it well, but if you check out Rob's World's video on this origami, I'll put it in the link in the description. But if you check out his video, he can spin it really well. And I think this model even is designed by him, but you better correct me on that. But yeah, well, I know how to fold this. Ready, set, here it goes. Hello.
Fruit salad, yummy.
So, to make the spinner, what we're going to need is we're going to take what I did was I took 3 pieces of printer paper and cut them up into squares. And I turned the other 2 pieces of printed paper, I divided them into 4s, and then I turned those into the units that will be needed to make this spinner. And as you can see, if I spread them out, so far out of 2, I have made 8 pieces, and 4 of these pieces so far are water bomb bases. So as you can see, they are triangular, and the other 4 are primarily bases. I can't even see it. And they are squares, and they look like this. And in total, we're going to need about 12 of these pieces. And to finish that, I'm going to show you how to forge those pieces, the next 4 pieces, out of this printed paper cut square. So, let's begin. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your square. You can also make this out of cornmeal if you wish. And what you're going to do is we're going to fold diagonally. And now we're going to fold in half horizontally. Unfold, rotate, do the same thing. Unfold. And now what we're going to do is we're going to tear the paper. So as you can see, this paper is cut into 4, and one of these, in fact all of these divided pieces are going to be used to make these units, which will then be interlocked into this spinner. So now we're going to have to tear this. So tear it down the middle. Alright. And again. Or you can use scissors if you can't tear. Alright, now that we have 4 squares, we're going to turn 2 of these squares into water bombs and 2 of these squares into preliminary bases. So basically we're going to be left with 6 preliminary bases and 6 water bomb bases, and then you add those and get 12. And those 12 pieces will be made to make the spinner. Alright, so first I'm going to show you how to make the water bomb base. So if you've guys stuck around with my channel for a while, you guys are going to probably know how to make one, but I'm going to show you how to fold it from Jeremy Schaefer's technique. So to make the water bomb base, we're going to fold diagonally in half. Alright, unfold, rotate, and do the same thing. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this corner, or this one, we're going to take one of the corners and fold them up to the top. Like this. Alright, flip it over. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. So fold this corner up here. Alright. Now what we're going to do is we're going to aim the model like this. So we have the two flaps. Now what we're going to do is, see this pocket right here? We're going to open it and squash. Like that. Now I have a water bomb base. Now I'm going to show you how to make the preliminary base out of this square. So to make it, it's basically the exact same but horizontally. So we already have this fold. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it in half horizontally. Unfold, rotate, and do the same thing on the other side. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this edge up to this edge. Alright, rotate and fold this edge up to this edge. Alright. Same tactic as before. Aim it like this, find the pocket, and then open it up and squash. Now we have a square base, and this is the same base that is used to make an Origami Zero, or crane, whatever. As you can see, it looks like this. Now, onto connecting them. Alright, I'm back, and as you may notice, as I bring all of these shapes together, I also turned the other two squares that I didn't mention previously, that I also turned them into water bombs and preliminary bases as well. Now what we're going to do is we're going to focus on these two modules. Now, in total right now we have 12, and in reality we're going to need only 6 pieces, but to combine these two, to get one piece, we're just going to combine these two so we can get the 6 pieces. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take the preliminary base, open it up a bit, and as you can see, we have this V shape and this V shape. And as you may notice in the water bomb base, we also have this V shape and this V shape. What we're going to do is we're going to take the water bomb base and stuff it into the square base. And as you may notice right here, the V shape on the square base is aligning with the V shape on the triangle base or water bomb, and so is the other one. So we're going to do something like this, right? So we combine them together. So if you collapse it, it'll look like this weird hat or whatever. And what we're going to do now to make sure that they don't come apart is, first of all, we're going to make sure that the paper right here is a straight edge and not like off-centered. So if it's like this, then that's okay, but if it's like this or something, then you have to push the lead in like that. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to open it up a bit, and now we have this square base flap. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold the square base flap over the water bomb base flap. So we just folded it over the edge. Alright, rotate and do the same thing, so make sure all the edges are aligned by pushing it down. And we're going to fold this flap behind the water bomb base edge. Alright, now I'm going to do the same thing on these two flaps. So what we're going to do is we're going to collapse it like this. Fold this flap over, turn it over, fold this flap over, And repeat that process on these two flaps. So fold the edge behind, rotate, and do the same thing. And now we have the two papers embedded into each other. And this is 1 out of 6 pieces done. And now we're going to take all of these pieces and interlock them together, just like this one. So I'll see you there. Alright, so now we have finished all of the pieces and interlocking them. Now we need to interlock all the 6 pieces together. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So just take any 2 pieces, as you can see. And what we're going to do is we're going to just fold them so they look like this. And we're going to, okay. So we're going to open them up a bit. And I'm going to stick this flap underneath this flap. And I'm going to slide it in underneath this pocket. So this slide. So now that it's inside, we're just gonna push. Like that. So now they're interlocked. Alright. Grab another piece, and now we're going to interlock this corner with this corner. So same thing. Now, this might be really tricky for some people, like even me. And this model is known for being like tricky with these parts. So what you can do is, whoops, just in case this doesn't like go through, what we're gonna do is we're going to open this flap, just unfold this so we have a bit more room, and we're just going to stick this flap inside. As you can see, this flap is coming off, and we're just going to slide it until the 2 edges meet together like that. Now we can just fold this flap back inside its original position to lock it, well, for now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to attach these 2 corners. So we're going to do the same thing. So that's not going to go through this way. That's not going to go through. So I'm going to open the flap. Take out this flap. And I'm just going to slide it in. Like that. And fold this back. And as you can see, we finished one side of the spinner. And as you can see, we have a triangle, and that's what we're aiming for. And to know that you've done it right, you either have a triangle, or if you look at it right, you'll have the shape of a cube or hexagon. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it to any side. I'm just going to choose this side. We're going to pick another piece. And this is where things get tricky because the paper is like all interlocked and all. And it may unfold and like, I don't know what the word is, but let's just say these will tend to unfold at times, so you're gonna have to fold them again. Alright, now that I've done, and you guys probably would have too, now that I've done, like, I've connected 5 of the pieces, Now that we have this final triangle to interlock into these last 4 corners. Now, if you find that this is easy, you'll be like, oh, I could just slide this into the flaps, no problem. Well, as you can see, this flap is starting to come loose and separating from the 2 edges. And that isn't really a good sign. So we really want to avoid that. And especially for these 4 interlockings, because if we try to like separate those, they're gonna obviously come unfolded when we're gonna try to like interlock this with the other 4 corners and blah blah blah. So one way to fix that, and pretty much the only way to fix that, is to unfortunately tape. Yes, to some people tape is an absurd looking and archaic object in origami, and origami shouldn't even really feature tape at all, but for some models you just gotta use it, such as the magic ball. Lol. Anyways, so what we're gonna do is I'm going to go ahead, and you don't have to do this, but I'm gonna tape these 4 interlockings together so that they don't come loose when I'm trying to tape, well not tape, but when I'm trying to interlock this flap. Alright, so now that I'm done taping these 4 sides, we're now going to interlock this. So same thing as before, we're going to open this flap. So this flap under here, and stick this inside. And right now I'm having some difficulties, and that's literally what this origami is about. And I'm sure you guys are probably experiencing it as well. And it's okay, because you'll eventually get it. And in fact, I might even cut around here, but yeah, as you can see, I got it in. I'm just gonna push. Okay, I'm going to fold this back. So now I have this. And I'm not going to tape this just yet. I'm going to work on this. And this flap has also come undone, but I have done this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this side, and then I'm going to interlock this side. Alright, I've taped all of the sides, and now it's just this final one. And hooray! I have finished, and you guys hopefully have as well, finished the spinning windows. Now last part is, I'm just going to show you how to spin it. Alright, so to spin the spinning windows, what we're going to do is we're going to hold the windows like this, and we're going to blow right here. We're going to blow right on this edge, and that'll make it spin that'll make it spin this way, since the air's pushing it that way. So let's give it a try. I mean, I can't really do it well because I suck. Anyways, so I know this model is really hard, but if you're still doing it and you're watching this right now, you'll eventually get it. But yeah, That's it for me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.